Well, one of the most innovative procedures being used in the state is helping to save the lives of heart attack patients and reduce the amount of damage they suffer. Hillsborough County Fire Rescue is one of the few paramedic units in the country using induced hypothermia. It's a process that literally puts a heart attack on ice. Playing the guitar is something Gary Nolan thought he might never do again. About a year ago, at just 48 years old, he suffered a heart attack followed by cardiac arrest. Gary was clinically dead for 8 minutes before Hillsborough County Fire Rescue resuscitated him and started inducing hypothermia to lower his body temperature by 7 to 8 degrees.
I think it had everything to do with me being here. The odds of me living in an area where it's unbelievable that it even existed where I, died.
When a heart attack leads to cardiac arrest, the odds of survival are not good.
Emergency call, Rescue 74. Need to respond for cardiac.
Fewer than 10% survive when their heart stops beating. Bystander CPR is critical. Minutes matter.
He has no pulse. I've been doing CPR.
And when paramedics arrive,
Take over.
Okay.
Start CPR.
if they can successfully shock the heart back into action,
I got a pulse. All right, good.
adding the simple protocol of ice
Hypothermic treatment is going to be initiated.
can make a big difference.
We have never seen so many cardiac arrest survivors here in Hillsborough County Fire Rescue. Never before.
Hillsborough County Fire Rescue was the first paramedic unit in Florida to use induced hypothermia in the field, part of a clinical trial implementing several key measures to try and increase the dismal death rate among cardiac arrest patients. Research coordinator Lieutenant Paul Costello says it worked, tripling their survival rate.
From the top of the organization down to the newest guy, everyone had about the same feeling, like, wow, we're onto something here. I've never seen this before.
It's been that remarkable.
Yeah, it's been extremely remarkable.
Ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Once in the ambulance, paramedics put the patient on a cold mat, start an IV with a cold saline drip, and place cold packs on the patient's neck and groin to begin lowering the body temperature to between 91 and 93 degrees.
Cold fluid still running. Body temperature's cooled.
Using these simple techniques to cool the body helps to slow the metabolism and prevent the spread of toxins released in the body after a heart attack. It also helps to prevent brain damage caused when the brain is deprived of oxygen during cardiac arrest. University Community Hospital cardiac surgeon Dr. Juan Garcia says when a patient is revived and the heart starts pumping again, it sends a damaging surge of blood to the brain.
The surge of blood flow to the brain at normal temperature triggers a cascade of inflammatory response that actually causes the brain cell damage and the brain cell injury.
So this is just a blanket with icy water? Lowering the body's temperature for 24 hours helps to prevent that inflammation and helps to limit brain damage. Dr. Garcia says the results he's seen give him new hope.
We have seen truly amazing results. We have seen patients down in the field for 15, 20 minutes or even more who are recovering, but not only recovering in terms of having a blood pressure and a heart rate, but preserving the cognitive function.
This is the #1 album of all time, as you know, Sgt. Pepper.
For cardiac arrest survivors like Gary, it's amazing to see no cognitive impairment.
Stickers like Paul Sings Michelle.
Wow.
That sticker alone is $100.
As he effortlessly recalls every detail of his vast collection of Beatles music.
Most people that die for 8 minutes suffer from brain damage and other issues that show up immediately. It's amazing what they've done. They call me the Miracle Man.
There's little question induced hypothermia helps cardiac arrest patients survive and suffer less damage. But there is debate over whether it's necessary to begin the treatment in the field before a patient arrives at the emergency room.
To get that procedure started can be hours. So that 10-minute ride in, by us starting it, it affects the treatment being started earlier at the hospital level versus the patient that comes in without it. I think that we have proven and we are showing that this $4 treatment has significant benefit.
How important is this, do you think, to even start the hypothermia treatment in the field, to get it going right away?
The evidence indicates that the sooner the better.
You don't have to ask Gary. He's thankful to have a second chance at life and the ability to enjoy it to the fullest. Each year, more than 1 million people in the U.S. have heart attacks, and about half of them die. But life-saving techniques like induced hypothermia are helping to improve those odds.